Hi,
Hello,
SETlers!
welcome back.
Welcome back!
Today is about uh, giving you options what to say during your brainstorming. Instead of saying a certain phrase, we can provide you
Yeah.
with other options as well. Okay?
Yes.
Now, for our vocab of the week, we have two words actually. The first is apology, and the second word is apologize. Itu kadang suka tukar-tukar ya, apology and
Yes.
apologize gitu. So how do you spell
Yes.
apology, Ki?
Apology is A-P-O-L-O-G-Y. Apology.
And apology
Artinya,
is a noun ya.
yes, it's a noun and it means you're sorry atau permintaan maaf dalam bahasa Indonesia ya. Jadi misalnya in an example, please accept my sincerest apology. Artinya mohon terima permintaan maaf saya yang setulus-tulusnya, ya kan?
And the second word is apologize. That is a verb ya. So apology is the noun, permintaan maaf. Apologize is the verb, which is minta maaf.
Yes.
For
Ejaannya
example,
gimana? Ejaannya.
oh iya, ejaannya. It's APOLOGIZE or SE, depending whether it's the UK or the American spelling.
That's right, betul. Bisa dua-duanya ya.
Yeah.
Now,
So
artinya,
apologize is minta maaf. For example, Kiki, I sincerely apologize for the mistakes I have made since I met you.
Maaf lahir batin ya.
Oh, jadi lahir
maksudnya
batin jadinya. Artinya
Karena
Kiki,
ini common banget ya kalau mau lagi lahir batin. Lahir batin kalau lagi lebaran gitu. Biasanya sering banget ngomong begini.
Artinya Kiki, saya minta maaf setulus-tulusnya atas kesalahan yang telah saya buat selama kita berteman.
Dimaafin ya.
Gak usah lah
saya
ya.
pikir-pikir dulu nanti
ya. Boleh. Boleh Ibu, nanti permintaan maafnya boleh dicicil per bulan kok.
Ini cicilan apa minta maaf sih sebenarnya.
Okay, so don't forget guys. So apology is permintaan maaf, which is the noun. And apologize is the verb. It's minta maaf.
Yes. Okay. Now, Gio, I want to ask you a question. Have you ever got confused on how to say no professionally to your colleague? Let's say to your boss.
Saying no, yeah. To my boss?
Yes.
That's a different story. Because my relationship with our boss, not just with my boss, with our boss is I have always been very truthful. I would say whatever it is in my head, in my mind. So if I say no, I will say no. If I'm busy, I'll say I'm busy. So there's no office politics, quote unquote office politics.
Right. I think that's the good thing about our boss, yeah.
Yeah, which makes our job a lot easier.
Completely. Thank you, Matthew.
But generally speaking, professionally speaking, I guess, when I have to say no to, let's say, colleagues, to you, to teachers or whatever, yes, I have to be more careful.
Yeah.
And sometimes
and diplomatic,
it has to be diplomatic because I am the manager. So I have to be careful with what I say and how I say them. So sometimes I try to really mix up the way I say no to people. And sometimes it can be quite challenging because I do not want to sound too formulaic, terlalu template gitu jawabannya.
Dibuat-buat gitu ya.
Iya, kayak udah frasa yang template dipakai terus-terusan gitu.
Jadi sebenarnya in English there are few options or expressions that you can say when you want to say no, basically, yeah. So that's what we're gonna talk about. So there are some of the expressions. The first thing is you can say, ini mungkin kita kasih sedikit scenario-nya ya. Misalnya, I come up with an idea and you want to say no, but you don't feel good about saying no to me. So what can you say again, Jill?
That's an interesting idea, Ki. You'll want to connect with Anwar on that.
I see. Okay, thanks, Jill. Nah, lebih enak ya kayaknya ya penyampaiannya.
Iya, jadi in English sebenarnya a lot of the ini kan jatuhnya paraphrasing ya, mungkin kalau
Yes.
teman nggak ngerti paraphrasing itu adalah cara penyampaian
Yeah.
using other words tapi inti message-nya kok jadi campur-campur bahasanya. Tapi
Gio sedang belajar bahasa Indonesia ya,
tapi inti
SETlers.
pesannya itu sama gitu, tapi kata-katanya aja berbeda. Nah, in English we
Yes.
actually use that a lot. We paraphrase a lot, and a
Yeah.
lot of these phrases that we are going to introduce to you are actually more diplomatic way, lebih kayak going the other way around of saying no gitu. Jadi nggak langsung bilang enggak, tapi kita bilang ya coba kesini dulu atau coba kesini dulu gitu. Kalau bahasa Inggrisnya sih gitu. Tapi it means no basically.
Mungkin orang lain yang akan ngomong no ya, tapi at least you try to solve an issue there, right?
Iya.
Iya kan? Dan bisa lebih diterima sama orang yang ngedengernya gitu.
Yes, because it's nicer. It's just a better way to say it.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's one way. That's an interesting idea, Ki. You'll want to connect with Anwar on that.
Okay.
Want to connect with, jadi artinya itu lu coba bisa hubungi si Anwar misalnya gitu.
Yes. Jadi nanti Anwar yang say no ya.
Lempar tanggung jawab dong ya.
Iya kan, tapi nggak apa-apa. Yang penting kita menawarkan solusi ya kan.
But we never say no, right?
We never say no. That's the goal.
And the second way to say it is, I really like where you're going with that, Ki. Let me think about it and get back to you.
Yes. Jadi I feel happy that you actually listen to me by you saying that. Tapi you need time to think about it, yeah?
Yes, but the office politics when you say this and get back to you itu bisa never happen.
Nah,
it can never happen.
Kecuali minggu depannya I come back to you and say, "Hey Gio, how was it last week? Did you come up with anything?"
Let me think about it again, Ki, and get back to you.
Okay, jadi mungkin ini lama-lama I will try to read between the lines ya. Kalau mikir-mikir terus kayaknya ini sebenarnya it's a no gitu sampai akhirnya. Okay, I'll let it go.
Okay, is there what would you say, Ki? Those are just a couple of my examples that I would say to say no. What about you?
Yep. Well, I can also say like that's an interesting thought. Let me share with you what I need to consider. Jadi ada dua pihak yang bisa dua sisi point of view gitu. Dimana I want to share it with you before we come up with a conclusion. Jadi I can say that's interesting. Let me share with you what I need to consider. Then let's review your objectives and see if we can find a fit.
Agak panjang ya, Miss Kiki ya.
Iya sih. Tapi intinya adalah biar kita sama-sama bisa brainstorm gitu sebelum memutuskan sesuatu.
So you're not saying no, but you want to also express your opinions on the topic, ya?
Yes, that's right. Jadi lebih bagus kan komunikasinya. Jadi ada ketika jawabannya adalah no, they understand the reason. You know?
Okay, yeah. And this way, because you also say, let's review your objectives again, blah, 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 you're actually including them. Okay, I'm not saying no, but let's think about this.
Yes, that's right.
Okay, I like that. That is actually very Matthew.
I know. Just gonna say the same thing. So when Matthew starts saying that, we know what he meant.
I know. That is actually very Matthew. Not that is a bad thing, okay, sir? Don't fire us. It's not a bad thing. But it just reminds us of you.
Yes. Well, itu sebenarnya suatu contoh yang baik dong.
Baik sih. Yeah, it's actually a very great it shows very great leadership skills. It shows very great communication skills.
So don't fire us, please.
Okay. So that's saying no. What about saying other things at work? How do you say, let's say, sorry at work?
Yeah, so let's say daripada bilangnya misalnya gitu ya, I want to ask for your time to have a meeting with me to discuss about something. So I can say, do you have a minute? Atau daripada bilang, sorry to bother you, aku bisa bilang, do you have a minute, Gio? Or will you let me know when you have a minute?
Yeah,
Kinda
but I do like that. Do you have a minute? I like that. Yeah. I
yes,
don't.
yes.
So instead of, yeah, I think we have one person who keeps saying,
Yeah, I know. Like free for
who
all.
keeps, yeah, I was actually thinking of, sorry to disturb you.
Ah,
We have someone who keeps saying that, sorry to disturb you.
I
I mean, by now, after 1 year, after more than 1 year, it ceases to have meaning.
it becomes a trademark instead.
Iya, it ceases to have meaning itu artinya lama-lama jadi nggak ada artinya gitu.
Ada
Sorry to
artinya.
disturb you jadi nggak ada artinya karena dipakai terus-menerus.
Iya, makanya jadi trademark kan.
Iya,
Intronya dia gitu.
iya. What I like to do is actually uh, use an Uno reverse card on them.
Ooh, what do
So
you mean
instead
by
of
that?
saying, let's say if I came late, so I would say people would normally say, sorry, I'm late, guys. Uh,
Yes, yes.
but I would actually say, hey guys, thank you for waiting.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
apologize.
Mm-hmm.
So I would say
It's the
thank you
same.
for waiting.
It's the same. Yeah. When you say apologize and sorry, it's the same thing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
You feel bad, right? But
yes.
when you say thank you for waiting, it means like you're appreciating their understanding for
Yes,
you being
correct.
late, right?
Yeah. So
Yeah.
indirectly we are saying that sorry I'm late,
Yes.
but we use an Uno reverse card on them and say
Yes.
thank you for waiting for me. I really appreciate it.
Yes. Now, contoh lain, misalnya I said to you, Gio, I've sent you the file, and you said, no, you haven't. And this is true story, guys. This
For
is true story.
context, guys, for context, this happened just before we recorded this episode.
That is correct. And Gio was like so sure that I didn't send it to him, but I know for sure that I did.
I should have said, thank you for bringing that to my attention, Miss
You're
Kitty.
most welcome. Yeah, I can accept that if you
Thank
say
you for
it that
bringing
way.
that to my attention. Let me check our chat history again.
Yes, jadi daripada bilang, I'm sorry, I missed that, kesannya kayak nggak dibaca atau dicuekin ya. Ya kan, walaupun beneran dicuekin ya.
Atau mungkin karena sibuk gitu kan ya, Ki ya.
Sibuk maksudnya dia.
I don't know.
Yes, jadi lebih enak ya penyampaiannya kalau bilang, thank you for bringing that to my attention.
Yeah, but just be careful with this phrase because it can come off, bisa keluarnya bener ya, keluarnya itu bisa jadi kesannya mungkin lebih tepatnya, kesannya bisa jadi passive aggressive. Jadi just be careful, tergantung konteks cara makanya gimana. Kalau misalnya lagi rapat gitu ya, terus kayak udah apa tektokan, udah ada argumen, udah ada perangnya nih, and then you say thank you for bringing that to my attention. Wah, itu passive aggressive banget.
Itu ngajak perang malah ya.
Itu malah jadi ngajak perang gitu.
Benar,
Justru
jadi
malah
harus
lebih
hati-hati.
lebih baik say I'm sorry I missed that gitu.
Iya, mengakui aja ya. Akuin aja kalau gue salah gitu ya.
Yeah, so just be careful with that one, yeah. Thank you for bringing that to my attention. It's very diplomatic, and if you use it well, it can mean well.
That is correct. Now, another question for you, Gio. You have a student, right? Sometimes our student can ask us like amazing questions, right?
Very, very amazing.
I know. Sometimes questions that we don't even know the answer, right? How do you say that I don't know to your student?
There's one phrase, there's one go-to phrase itu frasa yang selalu digunakan
langsung
dipakai.
Ya, gampang ya.
Yeah.
Diingat.
And it's the most common one actually, yeah. And everyone can use this. That's a great question. Let me look into that.
Yes.
Or you can also say, let me get back to you on that.
Yes. I sometimes, being really bluntly honest, I would say something like, "Oh, I honestly not familiar with that." Let me look into that. I'm not familiar with that. Yeah.
Okay, yeah,
Let me look into
definitely.
that.
As far as I know, if you are a doctor, you are actually encouraged to say that. If you don't know, say to your patient that you do not know.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah.
Dan kita juga nggak boleh, as a teacher ya, nggak boleh pura-pura tahu segalanya, ya kan? Because we're only human after all, and we have limitations. Jadi nggak apa-apa, jujur aja gitu, biar mereka pun akan mengerti kok. Okay. Apalagi cara lain kalau to say that you don't know?
I can also say, so I would actually turn it around again. And I would say, I haven't thought of that before. What would you suggest? Or what do you think?
Now, kadang-kadang, if it's in a group, I would say, anybody knows the answer?
Yes, actually, in my teaching training, teacher training, they taught us to do that. So instead, first you should ask their peers.
Yes.
Does anyone can help Kiki to answer the question?
So this one also applies when you're having a meeting, online meeting, and then one of your coworkers or colleague is asking a question that you don't know, or maybe you can ask other colleagues to help and find out the answer or give the answer.
Of course.
Okay, very good. And what is the next thing?
I think about disagreeing at the workplace. This can be a little tricky. Yeah,
it's true.
Sometimes people get confused. What can I say, especially in English? What can I say when I disagree with someone?
Yes.
One way to say it is, Ki, can you help me understand how you came to that decision?
Yeah. So, for example, I think this is the best way to run our class. So you can say, can you help me understand how you came to that decision? Yes. So lebih enak ya, karena nggak berkesan blaming atau menyalahkan atau itu. Jadi lebih open ya, maksudnya I can give my opinion, I can explain why I came up with that decision, although you might not disagree.
Yeah, so it actually can come off as to kesannya. It can come off as being you're trying to understand that you don't fully understand or you don't fully agree with gitu.
Ya, betul. Terus cara lain, when you disagree about something, you can say this: have you considered this risk, Gio? And how would we respond? Let's say you decided something really extreme and then I disagree on you. I can say something like this. Yeah?
Oh, yeah, I like that. So again, it a lot of the phrases we are introducing are it really includes people that you talk with. A lot of inclusivity, ya. Apa tuh bahasa inclusivity?
Tunggu. Melibatkan.
Wow, you're good.
Ya kan?
Ya, lebih banyak melibatkan kedua belah pihak gitu. Jadi mengajak orang untuk oke, kita kerjakan bersama-sama gitu.
Benar. Dan kita mau mendengarkan aspirasi mereka. Aspirasi. I think I'm good at being an Indonesian teacher instead, ya.
Aduh, mantap Miss Kiki. Communication skills-nya udah 120% ya.
My goodness.
Okay. Well, I think we have a lot of phrases from today, and I hope everyone find that useful. And if you want to listen to that again, just replay back
dicatat
to,
dicatat.
Yeah, write it down as well. Yeah.
Yes. Jadi kalau mau say no, sekarang ada cara lain ya daripada bilang langsung. Bluntly say no gitu. Atau misalnya mau say sorry, jangan keseringan say sorry juga, karena itu akan menurunkan sedikit kredibilitas kita, ya kan? Jadi ini adalah cara-cara, the ways that you can say in a more
professional way.
Professional way, yes.
Yeah, professional way and very apa ya, very leadership, apa ya, gimana ya, very charismatic,
diplomatic,
yeah.
yes.
There you go. Very team player.
Yes, that's right.
Okay.
So I think that's all for now, right,
Yeah.
Gio?
I think that's all for now. You're like, what should we do next? Yeah, I think that's all. I think we've spent like, I don't know, half an hour on this episode.
Yes. And so I hope we're not boring you guys. So
yeah. Oh, I have actually one last thing for our settlers. After you write it down, all the phrases, coba pakai satu atau dua frase, ya. Jadi maksudnya latihan pakai satu dua frase aja dulu, gitu. Nggak harus semuanya, tapi latihan pakai satu dua frase dulu, until you get used to it, and then you can add another couple of phrases supaya lama-lama hafal dan terbiasa gitu dengan with all of the phrases here that we showed today.
That's very great advice, Gio. Amazing. Okay, so thanks for listening, settlers. We'll see you on the next episode. And bye-bye.